Right, you're at the Audubon, Virginia channel today. We got Lucy up here on the Mac tool. You know I love the Mac tool. Man, I made a video just having fun, raising it up and down. I've already started some never dull. Each spoke. When I'd be riding to work and commuting quite a bit, we didn't have no salt on there lately, but I'm sure there's some residue left over. Plus, I'm riding down to the beachfront every day, and the wind is always blowing in that way, salty sea air, and most of these spokes are good. I did find some that have a little surface coat and rust on them. Basically, this is all you do. By the way, we're just goofing around in the garage. Yeah, kind of paying a little homage to my other friend I follow, Blue Bike and Doyle. He does some real kind of comical at times and funny little videos. Of course, they're serious too at the same time, but he does make some fun with them and makes them enjoyable. One's called Dicking Around the Shed, and I certainly ain't here to copy him, but man, you can do a video, that's kind of similar, and pay respect to your fellow YouTuber, your brother out there. We love to see everybody succeed and have fun with their videos. Even if you got a small community just watching your videos, don't have to be big. You're just doing what you're doing with your friends out there. And goofball in the garage. I don't have complete mechanical and all the abilities that somebody like Doyle does. He's probably a fairly good mechanic from what it looks like. It is quite a process getting all these spokes, especially if you got some rust on it. It's kind of a pain in the ass to do every time you ride your bike or wash your bike or whatever, because I certainly don't. I may do it every month or two, depending on how often I ride it. But if you're going to let it sit for any certain amount of time, you definitely want to do this. Rub these down really good with some Never Dull and get them clean. And you can just wipe off the residue with a, regular old rag. This is not rocket scientist. Anybody can do this. Nobody needs a video to know how to do it. I just like spending some time and making another vid, making some content, something you might want to watch. Not everybody knows how to, polish a spoke. I mean, anybody can certainly learn how to do it in a flash. Like I said, it's not rocket scientist, but you can spend a little time, man, hanging around with your local goofball in the garage. Goofball in the garage. Whew. Hope my fan ain't making too much noise. I might be, though. Good Lord, yeah, that's bad up there. This one is, I don't know. My brother says give it 150%. Polish this thing till you can't polish it no more. And just wipe these down quick. You gotta be perfect, unless you're trying to go to a bike show. You might want to take a little more time. We just want to clean, make it look good, and be functional. Kind of contrasts what I just said, don't it? Yeah, give 150%. Well, I did for the functionality part, making sure that it doesn't continue eroding, at least, That's my main purpose. And I have spent some time. You could spend an hour easy probably just on one tire. This toilet brush, when I had it power wash it, soap it up. You just run this here right in between everything. That'll help you knock off some doo-doo when you're washing your spokes. Let me tell you, brakes are important. I don't know why Harley don't put a better braking systems on their big, huge, heavy machines. I think cheap or just don't know about how to, how to improve and make quality for their customers, or they don't care, or they want you to upgrade the crap, so they make it bad, so you got to spend more money. I don't know what the motive is. I don't know. All I can do is presume. If I was a company trying to make the best motorcycle possible for my customers, yeah, these would all have some good comparable Tonico or Bembo brakes as well, because your Harley is worth it. Your life is worth it, I should say. And you pay good money for these bikes, You want performance. I do, even at cruising speeds. There are times when you don't always keep the proper space cushion, and you're going to have to hit those brakes and count on them working, especially the front brake. You want that thing to really bite in and throw all this Harley weight down on that front tire to grip. You don't want to use too much back, very little, just a little bit. My back brake I use mostly, in parking lots and stuff where it's appropriate, Essential for emergency type braking, I don't think, Don't go by what I say. I told you, I'm a goofball in the garage. I know what goes. I put a lot of time on the bikes. I know it works for me and what I trust in. But I mean, you get an emergency situation, unless you've really been in them and you're so totally disciplined and trusting, a lot of times you're just going to do what's instinctual, and you probably hit both brakes anyway. You want to stop in a hurry. Yeah, I can't get these back ones very good at all. There's very little room. And it rusts up faster and easier than these back ones. I mean, there's some on here. I can see a little bit right there. Eventually, you'll hit them all. Gotta stay hydrated. It's the same as having a glass of water. Man, that stuff sure tastes good. So we got the tires and the spokes pretty much cleaned up. I power washed everything. She's a little spotty yet, so a lot of times I just use some window cleaner. Might not be the best, but she will clean off the chrome and looking like a mirror when you're done. You see? I can see myself in there. Can you see yourself in there? Yeah. Oh yeah, any chrome this is good for. Not just Euro spokes. I got to looking at this stuff and I was like, man, it all really needs a little go over. Keep all your chrome in good shape. This bar was pretty nasty. It's not chrome, but you can still polish it. I got spots on it, and I don't know what it. Just poor metal. Look at how nasty that got right away. Should almost throw that piece. It's greasy. Don't ask me how that got scratched up. Ooh, yeah. I think it got a little low to the ground one time. I almost dropped it one time. I had one of my kids on the back too. Thank God I was I'd been working out at the gym for a couple years and deadlifting. I was able to hang on to the bike because we were doing a sharp turn in a city near a curb or a very rounded road, and yeah, that's all it takes. You turn a little too sharp. I don't know if I hit some breakage or whatever. I was just trying to be cool and, you know, roll on in, and not being careful enough, not being mindful, and it got away from me. I had both legs. I was off. I was hanging onto the handlebars like this here, and it was down like this here, and I'm standing, and I was like, boop, got it up. I was just so thankful. I was like, thank you, Lord, man. If that was to happen today, I might have a little trouble because I have not been working out. Yeah, that's a little disrespectful to yourself as well. And I know it is. Those are little things that kind of weigh in the back of your mind that'll bother you on a daily basis. You know, you think just being lazy and not worrying about it, enjoying your life and just kicking back and watching TV or doing stuff, you know, mild stuff like this, or like I do making videos every day, gonna make you happy. I mean, you know, temporarily, I guess you could call it. Kind of happy, I guess, but you know, your overall sanity. Let's see. Heavy metal, man. Need to take these off and get them polished again. I think I'd rather paint them black. I think they'd look good black. Got black down here, black up here. Yeah. Alright, well I'm going to tidy up a little bit more with some of this Neverdoll. We'll be back. And get some of the rocker box, especially the front, because the front gets all the abuse. All your road grime, rock chips. Sides really ain't nothing. That's why your back rocker box is usually in your best shape. But then again, if you don't get under here, it may be your worst shaped rocker box because you never clean it. You can pull her all the way through. See? I got it on the other side. Clean that thing. Get your back side. Get your front side. Let me show you something else here. This is something I wished I would have really been able to catch or take care of sooner. Took off my rear seat, and if it doesn't have a leather pad or some sort of strip over this metal, your passenger seat will leave these marks on both sides. Wore right into the paint. And when you want to go solo, which that's what I am a solo guy, because you know, you don't work out and go to the gym, man. The girls don't chase you down no more. Alright, we pretty much got everything done. All the metal is coated. She is looking good. Now I am going to have to look up how to clean the air filter on these. I've done it before, looked it up, but I don't remember. You go to all this work, you want everything to be done right and look good. I'm sure we'll do the releasing of this and taking it off the lift. You know, let's have some fun. Be back. We'll let her down. Pull your air out. Ooh, make sure your cord don't get in the pinch off area. Yeah. Push this up out of the way. Let it back down. Now let's record. Ah, there she is. How simple is that? We better get a nice picture for the thumbnail. These are the things we do. Tire shine, leather care. I don't know, they're probably both the same, so I don't know where it is. All you do is wipe it down a little bit, keep it shiny and nice. Yeah, this one gets a lot of heat because, you know, it is by the engine, down low on the road all the time, taking the dirt and the grime. I'm going to tell you another thing, these cheap Harley ones, they're just really not that great. This one was probably bought at a, you know, at an auction, right? So, biker rally. One of those things. All you gotta do, give it a wipe. It will love you. And it'll look so much better on your bike. We'll put that on. No, you better put it on now, because if I don't put it on now, guess what? I may forget. There we go. Alright, we got it down. I'm going to take these straps off, keep the kickstand down. Always, which one do I let off first? This one. So it goes towards the kickstand. I don't have too much pressure on them. Let that off a little bit. Let's see if we can do both sides a little bit. See if we can do a controlled release, huh? And there we go. Right there. She'll come down off that nice. You think? Yeah, that's what we're gonna bank on. Now, tricky part. We gotta undo this, hold this, make sure nothing falls. Just loosen it up enough that it can get out. Not get too tippy on you. Definitely get this up and out of your way. And then pray. Take it out of gear. Does somebody feel happy? Yes. I had to put this down here. If not, the bike bottoms out, and when you're taking it off, it straightens it out. It kind of threw it to the side, which was pretty much centered, but I like it, you know. Anyway, it scared the shit out of me, and yeah, I was in a little bit of a pickle. There we go. Voila. Lucy is off. She is cleaned, basically ready for a nice little ride. Always some fine tuners, but we're good. And thanks for hanging out with me on this little BS adventure. It wasn't much, you know. We just, yeah. I see where I missed some some wax. You really get to see it out in the light better. So we'll find out then. I'll fine tune it. Anyway, till next time. This was Goofing Around in the Garage.